It's the start of a two-city, six-game road trip, and interleague play continues for the Bucks. We're back in Houston, Texas for the first time in a couple of years. Daikin Park, home of the Houston Astros. Roof is closed, thankfully, as the Pirates again begin a two-city, six-game road trip. Greg Brown, Neil Walker, and Hannah Mears will be along. The Pirates sweeping the last American League team they played at home, the Minnesota Twins. So they're playing well, Neil, and as they take on this team, it's good to see the guy that returned to the lineup on Sunday, talking about Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah, he's a big boost to this offense. He is the guy in the middle of this lineup that's not just a force, but he lengthens it more than anybody else. He gives you good at-bats against both lefties and righties. He's just a steady presence that really takes the pressure off of all the other guys around.
Neil, this was his first at-bat after more than 2 weeks off on the injured list with that quad injury, and he launches that home run, 8th of the year. He's 10th in the National League in hitting overall. You talk about lengthening the lineup. He'll be at first base tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates, as Spencer Horwitz will be the DH. We'll get to the lineup. That'll be important because who's on the mound for Houston? It's Mike Burrows, whom the Pirates drafted a few years ago. They made the big trade over the winter. Burrows has struggled for the most part this year.
Yeah, he's had a tough first two-plus months of the season since joining the Astros. And but the last 5 times out, 4 of those 5 times out, he's gotten his team into the 7th inning and given them a chance. So the numbers are somewhat indicative, but it has been a really tough start to begin with. The opponents have really been stacking their lineups with lefties, as we'll see tonight, with 7 of 9 lefties in the Pirates lineup, and have been doing a really good job against Mike Burrows. He's done a nice job against righties, but as I said, teams are stacking those lefties and having a lot of success.
Well, speaking of that, a couple of guys that will bat from the left side, Brandon Lau and switch hitting Jake Mangum, they were 2 of the 3 acquired from Tampa Bay. It was a 3-team deal. So far, the Pirates have made out brilliantly in this one.
Yeah, they certainly have. All 3 of these guys have been mainstays on this club and helping get them to where they are right now, and are going to be really integral pieces as this season moves along. So that trade is looking very good right now, but still a lot of baseball to be played, Greg.
Well, that's great to see. And if they could have just gotten it out, that would have been even better. 6'5" slugger in the air to left, deep. My gosh. Oh, 2-run homer, 2-0 Stros. His 21st.
Well, 2 pitches, 2 runs for the Astros. Yordan Alvarez, one of the best hitters in all of baseball, and showing it right there. Power to all fields. And that's going to get hit no matter the velocity with guys like Alvarez at the plate. The middle part of the plate just down, right where lefties like it.
Why the move was made, and now he's just excited to be back in a role he knows he has had success in before and help this team in any way possible. Brownie.
Fly ball to right center field, and he does have an advantage off the top of the wall. This is going to score a run. Andy Rodriguez into third base with a stand-up triple, and it's 2-1.
Oh, it looked like this ball was inches away from leaving the ballpark, Greg. Wait till we see this replay. That little cutout right in right center field by the 370 mark. I think he hit that little vertical
Pirates are going to challenge, or at least ask for a review.
Oh, I think he hit that secondary
it's a
ball
home
there,
run.
Greg.
Let's listen. They're going to ask for a review.
The ball was left live in the plate.
That is a home run.
They're going to look to see that side fence.
Call of the field has been overturned. It is a home run.
Home run, clear the deck, Andy Rodriguez. A cannonball coming a little bit late. It's a 2-2 ball game. For a number of reasons. I've already mentioned that. A broken bat. Bouncer. Oh. He's going to wind up at second base. As Nick Gonzalez not able to field it. See how they score it.
Pena gets out of the box real well. This is going to be a tough play. I thought he was going to have some trouble, and Gonzalez just sneaks just to the right of his glove. You thought for a minute that maybe Pena wasn't going to get to second base, but that ball having not been touched.
Yeah, 4-pitch walk. 3-1. Base hit. Pena will be waved and will score, and it's 3-2 Stros.
Now the air to start this inning leads to this run right here. 3-1 count. Bubba goes with the slider. In a spot where Christian Walker can just yank it through that 6-hole. As we've seen this year, a lot of teams testing Brian Reynolds in that outfield when he gets the ball in his hands.
And the 3-2 fastball into center field, a base hit. Runner goes. And into right center. For a base hit. First and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Into left, coming on is Reynolds. Did he make the catch? No. The trap.
Go to second.
A base hit. Yeah, they got a runner at second. They'll get the force there. So it won't go as a base hit. It'll be an RBI fielder's choice. Pirates going to check. See if that was not a trap. Was it a catch? To a spot of the manager of the Astros. Pirates will not challenge. It is a trap. They get an out. Matthews scores. Ball 4. Leadoff walk. This little bat flip there from O'Hearn. Rodriguez hit into one in the 4th, and there's a bouncing ball into center field, a base hit, and it's first and second.
Balls and strikes category for both sides, honestly.
Fly ball right center field to the wall. How about a cruise missile? Launch it in Houston. Pirates take the lead on O'Neal Cruz's 14th home run. Turns the scoreboard around. 5-4 Pirates.
14th homer and 44th RBI driven in on the evening. You just felt like this was going to be had to be a huge inning for this Pirates team to push Mike Burrow's pitch count up into a tight spot and a monster swing to flip this game on its head. I'll take a look at this replay, Greg. The pitch before, he threw that same slider on the inner half, just about 3 inches further inside. This one catches probably the very inner edge of the plate, and O'Neal Cruz pulls his hands in and
walks the leadoff man on 4 pitches. Slider and a challenge.
The pitch is called a strike. The batter's challenging.
Myers seems pretty certain. Stood there automatically. Immediately, I should say. But
Call is confirmed. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
Ground ball. 1, 2. Double play. Wilbur Dotel. A walk, strikeout, double play. Loud drives one deep to right field, and it hits the foul pole. Brandon Lau goes pow. Rings the bell. Clears the deck with a big cannonball. Might be the knockout punch. 15 home runs for the Pirates second baseman.
well, change that stat pack, Greg. That's 1 for 6 for Brandon Lau.
9-4 Pirates.
What a swing of the bat. That is huge. Look at him go in and get this pitch. Wow. He knows if he keeps it fair, it's got enough distance to get out. It's amazing how straight he was able to keep that ball from the right field line.
Chopper, chance for another infield hit. Yep, and another ball thrown away by Paredes. Similar to the bunt hit by Mangum, Paredes threw it away, and he's done it again, and Gonzalez in scoring position. A 3-hit night for Nicky G.
This Astros defense, as I mentioned earlier, has been about as good as any team across the board in fielding percentage. And Paredes, he's made 2 errors on the night so far.
Pretty deep to left field, approaching the wall, and off the glove and off the wall, and Endy Rodriguez into second base with an RBI double. Oppo, 10-4 Pirates.
Boy, this ball was hammered. I can't say I've seen a ball off Endy's bat to the opposite field as good as this, and a slider at that. Oh, holy smokes. I mentioned how difficult it is for the left fielders to navigate that little nook out there. It might have been caught if he didn't have to take such a weird angle.
The Brewers were just in town over the weekend, took 2 of 3. Opposite field base hit. They're going to be waved. Mangum will throw toward the plate, way off the mark. RBI single. Pena brings home Myers. 10-5.
Little backside ball from Jeremy Pena right here. An aggressive send of Jake Myers from second to third. Typically in these situations, you see him just go base to base, and especially with meteor order coming up.
That is going to be an infield hit. 10-6. Still 1 out.
The old swinging bunt.
Struck him out looking. And Walker wants to challenge, but he doesn't have anything left. His team has already used up its allotted 2. 0-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Gregory Soto for the Pirates to Isaac Paredes. And Soto says no toe to Paredes and raises the Jolly Roger. The Bucks have won 4 in a row. The long ball, Cruz, Lau, and Endy Rodriguez.